One of the biggest hurdles that most business owner and advertiser face when it comes to getting better results with a campaign is their ability to scale. They will launch a campaign and a couple of weeks goes by, results are quite good and they're super happy with how things are performing, and for some reason they just hit plateau and they stay in the plateau for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and eventually the results even start to decline and they're left wondering what went wrong. This campaign was performing really well, how come it just stopped performing all of a sudden? What can I go back and change to get better results? So you see that I really want to break down the two main things that might be stopping you from scaling profitably your campaign, especially if you're running ads on Facebook or Instagram ads. Now, if it's the first time you come across my content, I am Joly Tematio. I run Hogan Consulting. We are an advertising agency that helps business owners, specifically online experts, scale in impact and income using social media ads, primarily Facebook and YouTube ads. Now, one of the biggest complaints that business owners typically tell me when I speak with them before they come on board is, okay, we've run ads in the past, they perform well, but for some reason they just stop performing. How can we actually go back to a scaling season? And so the first thing that you actually want to have in mind when it comes to getting better results with your campaign, which most business owners just overlook, is volume in terms of what's actually going to be required to get you the result that you actually aim for. What I like to say is that there's not such a thing as an unrealistic goal, but just an unrealistic expectation of what's required to get you to the goal. Because what I've seen after working with hundreds of business owners over the past 4 years is that a business owner might want to scale to 50K a month, 100K a month, multiple 6 figures per month, and they are expected or they expect to get there without actually putting in the rep, without actually doing what's required in terms of marketing to achieve that level of growth. And so when I think about volume here, I really think about how much are you testing on the back end when it comes to scaling your campaign. Because here's the thing, the average business owner, the average advertiser are going to launch and test anywhere from 3 to 5 creative in a week, right? We are launching one new image or one video here and there every week to see how we perform, or they just wait until things go bad before they actually launch a new campaign to test, or they launch a new creative or new copy to test. But what's actually going to allow you to sustain growth and actually scale sustainably and consistently is being able to test a higher volume of creative, because your ability to actually find out which creative is going to resonate the most with your target audience can actually make or break your whole campaign. That's the reason why we like to test anywhere from 20 to 30, even sometimes 50 creative a week, depending on how much your client is investing into ads, depending on the ads budget, right? So really understanding that when you launch your campaign initially, Facebook is going to show that campaign to a core audience that you've decided, that you've set up on your targeting section, right? And depending on your creative, you're gonna have a match between your audience and the creative and the messaging on your creative, right? But as you scale, as you increase your budget, that ad is going to be shown to more and more people. And just because it resonated with your primary core audience that was probably hyper responsive and already in the buying cycle, it might lack resonance with a higher target audience. So, but by having different creative and by testing different messaging angle, it actually increases your chances of actually having your message land and having a better market to messaging match, in which is going to lead you to having those consistent lead and those high quality appointment schedule or sell made on the back end. So really, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of testing and volume, because again, for us, depending on a client budget, we might launch anywhere from 20 to 30 or 50 campaign new ads creative a week. Now, of course, you want to have a process when it comes to launching these creative and not just like throwing strategy at the wall, hoping that something stick. You really want to understand, okay, what are some of the criteria, what are some of the framework that I need to pay attention to while launching these creatives to ensure that they have a higher likelihood of hitting the bull eyes of the market and actually driving those conversion on the back end, right? So that's the very first thing that I will invite you to consider if you're not already doing that on your marketing at the moment. The second thing that might prevent you from actually scaling is actually how much you are making per customer. What's your customer lifetime value? The reason why I talk about this is because typically a business owner might be limited by how much they can invest into ads because of how much they're making on the back end with their client. And one thing which I've seen happen over and over again is business owners that are focusing primarily on how much they're making on the front end to make their marketing decisions. So they will say, okay, we are having this membership and we are running ads for the membership, or maybe the membership is like $97. And they're like, okay, we don't want to spend more than $97 to get a client, because otherwise we are negative, we are already losing money on the ads. Even though on the back end, they might have a mastermind, they might have like a group coaching program, or they might even have retreats that they invite those prospects, those clients to after they have been in the membership, or they even have someone staying in the membership for like 6 months or a year. So instead of looking at the 97, which is what the person is going to pay on the first month, I really invite you to understand, okay, what's a client actually worth to me, because that's really going to determine heavily how much you're willing to spend to acquire that customer. And you want to realize that sometimes just because you are not making profit on the front end doesn't mean that your marketing is not effective. So again, for instance, we have clients that might be spending, $100 or $200 to schedule a call, and you might think, okay, why would you spend like $200 or $300 to schedule a call? But if they're selling a product on the back end for $10,000 or $50,000, of course that makes sense for them to spend that much to acquire a customer. Or we might have a client that's selling maybe a recurring service, like maybe an agency service, or they have like a coaching package that goes over 12 months where they offer monthly payment, and might get the client in for $1,000, which might be what the client pays when they come on board. So they spend $1,000 on ads to get the client for $1,000 for the first month, but they have recurring income coming from that client, and they're going to be profitable by month 2. So I really invite you to look at the number and understand for yourself how much is the customer worth for you. And based on that, you can actually go back and invest more into ads. So a classic example, for instance, we were working with a manifestation coach a couple of months ago. And when she came to us, she was selling her product for $47, right? And she was like, okay, this is what I have. I have this mini course that I want to focus on. But when we did an audit of what she had and her offer suite, what other offers she had on the back end, she actually had a course more like a master course that she could price at $497. And she also had a retreat that she had been doing that was priced at $3,500. And we said, okay, instead of focusing on selling the $47 product, which is going to really limit our ability to scale, ultimately, why not put on the front end your higher price offer, which is the master course and the retreat, and get people in for those higher level programs, so that you're actually able to not only spend more on marketing, but also have a higher profit margin on the back end. And so coming with us initially, she had in a place where she had success with her mini course and having sales here and there, but barely breaking even. She was making 1.8 ROI on her marketing with her mini course. And after we actually switched up her offer and focusing on the master course and then on the retreat, we actually were able to have her get a 3.8 ROI on her ad spend, because she was just making a whole lot more. That's on the master course, and on the retreat, she literally made a 9x ROI. So again, to show you the value of having a higher ticket and higher price point on the back end. It's okay to start with a lower front end offer if you want, if that's your strategy, if that's your funnel, but think how can I actually turn this into a more of a higher end offer on the back end, right? So those are really the two key things which I want to cover on this video, which might be preventing you from scaling: your inability to actually understand how much volume is required, and secondly is really understanding how much the customer is really worth you. Because once you understand that, like Dan Kennedy said, whoever can spend the most on marketing to get a client is the one that's going to ultimately win the biggest market share. So if you want to dominate, if you want to actually eat or win the most market share, you have to be able to play the game aggressively and be willing to invest into marketing. So thank you so much for watching. If you are looking for someone to come in and help you, either look at your offers, craft a marketing strategy designed to get you consistent high quality lead and sales, or you are looking for someone to come in and more for done for you service and really, running up the sleeve and doing it for you on your behalf, make sure to reach out to us. There's going to be a link at the bottom of this video in the description box. Schedule a call with the team. I would love to, get to know you if you can help. And that being said, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber of the channel. It really helps. The channel is being seen by more people. Leave a review and let me know what you think in the description. If you have any question whatsoever, let me know as well. I will see you on the next one. Until then, I wish you a lovely week, a lovely day, and a lovely month. Take care. Bye bye.